been a month since I've got to do a WWE Smackdown review. Maybe I should have wore a blue jersey for this one, but I guess wide receiver. Anyway, WWE Smackdown, Friday, July 12th, the DCU Center, Worcester, Mass. Let's go. So we'll start out SmackDown with Tiffy time, and she comes out to cut her promo, Money in the Bank, women's winner, and we'll spare you most of the details. Decent promo from Tiffy, but out comes Droopy Dog.
Oh boy, Tiffy, you better watch yourself if you're messing with me, Bayley, because I'm the women's champion, blah, blah, blah.
And out comes Tiffany's backup as the drinks in the arena start to shake. Here comes the Rogue Leviathan, Nia Jax, and of course, she jumps Bayley. Michin comes down for the save. Kendo stick and toe. Heels bail out. And this is going to lead to our first match of the night. Michin versus Nia Jax. Michin lost an eyelash during the stink faced. And Droopy Dog found it for her, though. Nia pretty much dominates the entire match in the manner you'd expect a Rogue Leviathan to do. Michin hits a beautiful Hurricane Rana into the comeback. Bayley knocked Tiffany off the apron as she tried to get involved. Nia wins with her gigantic ass. The heels beat down Droopy post-match, and Tiffany almost cashed in her Money in the Bank on Bayley, who was lying prone in the ring, but Nia caught her. Tiffany tells her it's okay. They play it off, and they head backstage. And there's a running gag with Chelsea Green and Piper Niven standing outside of General Manager of SmackDown Nick Aldis's door, waiting for him to have a meeting to talk about everything she went through in Money in the Bank. And it's funny because Piper Niven is reading a book, How to Start a Cult. Also right here, we have a Solo Sikoa in the Bloodline recap spot, which is pretty nice. I like the way they're presenting this. Solo is not up in that upper echelon of heels yet. He's not. No matter how they want to push him or how they want to present him, he's not there yet. In the ring, on the mic, it's improving. Now, the guy doesn't have to go out and put out 5-star matches because star ratings on matches don't matter, okay? The story's what sells, okay? You're not, but that's another video altogether, which I'm going to do this week. So, the new Bloodline, and I'm going to talk about the individual members towards the end of the video more because they're featured in the close. So we have this recap spot. This leads into a interview with Andrade, and you have Carmelo Hayes comes in, and basically we're leading into a program with these two based on their back and forth interactions and facing off in the match at Money in the Bank. So Andrade and Carmelo Hayes, a feud that I could not be less enthralled with unless they really do something to hook me into it. I don't know that much about Carmelo Hayes. I've only seen him a couple times since he's been drafted. That's why I kind of stopped abruptly. I'm like, it's not that I don't like him. I just don't know a lot about him. Andrade, I know what I'm getting with Andrade. I've seen him in AEW. I've seen him over here. I know what I'm getting. The character, I don't want to say it doesn't work, but it's like dude's trying to be Mexican Ric Flair almost. I don't know. I don't know if it'll work. I'm not taking anything away from his in-ring, but this segment was kind of just there. Next up on the card, we have a very interesting match. I can't even say that with his straight face. Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews. Baron Corbin, I did not even know he was still employed with WWE. And Apollo Crews versus El Gato no es bueno.
El gato no es bueno.
Only spot worth mentioning in the match is this spot right here. Baron Corbin with an assisted dive by Apollo Crews onto El Gato no es bueno.
El gato no es bueno.
So this match gives us our first "that ain't gonna work for me, brother" moment of the night. Berto from
El gato no es bueno,
setting up a knee on the corner in Corbin. Corbin moves out of the way. Berto runs through the corner and takes the slowest over-the-top rope bump and falls so carefully and sells the injury. Oh, it was so bad.
Pack up! Get up! That ain't gonna work for me, brother!
And the gods of bad things have rained down upon us a bountiful goodness of that ain't gonna work for me, brother. Because the finish to this match, Apollo Crews is in the ring. Santos Escobar runs across the ring. Their Electra, whatever her name is, has the referee distracted, and they're 2 feet away from the fucking referee, and she doesn't hear Escobar run across the ring, bust Crews in the face with a knee, even though it happened right behind her. Ladies and gentlemen, the finish to this match, even though I don't care.
Hey, that ain't gonna work for me, brother.
That's 2 out of the same match, and I don't care if you say I'm picking on the referee. I don't care if you say I'm picking on...
El gato no es bueno.
This was... Next up on the card, we have Naomi versus Blair Davenport.
What?
Naomi is very athletic, but all of her ass offensive moves are just fucking stupid, and it makes the other woman look stupid because she has to sit around and wait for Naomi to do something with her ass. This match, I'm sorry, it was absolute dog shit. Bad timing, poor execution, very little chemistry together between these two ladies. All the counters and roll-ups were off by about a step. Not a good match at all. I didn't like it. Nothing about it was good.
Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. That ain't gonna work for me, brother.
We're up to 3. That ain't gonna work for me, brothers. And just so you're keeping score, folks, last week, Raw had 6. Dynamite had, I think, 16 last week because it was a dumpster fire. And we're up to 3 so far on SmackDown. I know. You're thinking AEW, I've judged you unfairly. No, I haven't.
That is correct.
Now it's time for your Friday Night SmackDown WWE main event. A-Town Down Under, Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, or also known as Vince McMahon's Twink, versus DIY, Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, and Tomaso Ciampa, the champions. They won the belts, and the former champions invoking their rematch clause right off the way. And DIY won the belts on SmackDown last week in Canada. Gargano almost fucking killed himself with a dive to the outside. And Jesus Christ, why would you do... Strike up the band!
That ain't gonna work for me, brother.
DIY retain with a meet me in the middle on Waller after A-Town Down Under tried to do the move to them, and Waller hit his partner Theory in the jaw with a knee, leading to the issues between these two that have been ongoing and led to them losing their belts. Last piece of business on this match is Grayson Waller setting up this spot, looking like he's going top rope tornado DDT on Ciampa to the outside. He takes off. You can see Ciampa's face. Oh, shit. Waller just kind of flips off, and here, you'll see it in live action. Here's full-time, real-time, whatever you want to call it. He just slips. Grayson Waller, what the hell were you doing? What was wrong with this spot? What did you do? You know what that means, sir?
That's not gonna work for me, brother.
But let's not be too hasty with our post-match celebration DIY, because they're joined by Jacob Fatu, who absolutely annihilates the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, runs through them like the Samoan werewolf, or that's what they're calling him now. This is kind of funny, but it's kind of bad. Kind of devalues your tag champs, and you know what that?
Doesn't work for me, brother.
Now I know what you're thinking. I'm being a little rough on the show at this point, but man, these guys just won the belts, and one dude, I know they just kind of went through a battle against the former champions, but it's like you're just shitting on him already. And I know Jacob Fatu, you're building this guy up, and he's supposed to look like a force, which on one hand I'm all right with. On the other hand, it's just like, Damn, that's tough, but I'm still going to give it a that doesn't work for me, brother, because it's my video. Now, at this point, some of you are hoping that I don't go through this last segment, which was 13 minutes long, in excruciating detail, and I won't. Because, no, it was a good segment. Cody stayed looking strong despite being outnumbered 4-on-1. The Bloodline remained looking strong. Well, this is... we'll get there. They remained looking strong and very dominant. They're really trying to put Solo over is that force, that new tribal chief, give him that authoritative presence. They've surrounded him with Jacob Fatu and Tonga and the man that we're going to talk about for the next couple minutes, Tonga Loa. Lost he is. You can tell he's sitting here thinking about his spot before we go into the heat on Cody, and he is really concentrating. Looks like somebody needed a slight reminder of where and how to get to their spot in the ring during this. You see him here waiting. He walked to this spot. And I'll play it here a little bit quicker. We walk down here. We walk back. We walk back. Bring the fracas. Tonga Loa getting ready to square up with Cody. Gets ready to take a haymaker. He takes one smack to the face, and he's down selling his knee for how long? Oh, my God.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Now in this still, you see right after he's taken the massive haymaker slap, Cody has Solo lined up for a crossroads, and he's still selling the knee. He does nothing. He knows he's getting bailed out, but our man Tonga Loa passed up the opportunity to hit Cody, so we know he's waiting to do something big, right? So he walks away, and he stands there, and he waits, and he lines up Cody, and then he stands there and waits, and he does nothing again. Tonga Loa, quick! The Viper Randy Orton has arrived and he's eliminating all of your friends. What do you do? What do you do, Tonga Loa? Quick, what do you do? You get kicked and then stand there and take an uppercut. That's what you do, Tonga Loa. So Tonga Loa standing there with malice in his heart, retribution on his mind. He's gonna strike back at Randy Orton with a devastating blow. Oh, he slapped him. Yeah, there is a lot more of Tonga Loa standing and waiting and looking around and throwing bad punches and kicks. And he did a few useful things, but this guy, he is the one thing that is not like the others. Tonga Loa being woefully out of place aside, the segment, it worked well. Cody did really good work as a baby. Like I said, they kept him looking strong, but still vulnerable. The numbers game played in well. The 3-on-1 advantage, 3-on-1. Orton, getting beat down by all the Samoans. Given his size advantage over all of them, the swarm tactics, it looked good. I didn't even get to the stairs with Tonga Loa. Oh my God. I could do a whole video on how bad he looked with those stairs. But no, that aside, Orton took the triple powerbomb spot. Jacob puts the necklace on Solo. Smackdown goes off the air. They acknowledge Solo. And we are left with Orton laid out, Cody tied in the ropes. The baby face is in peril, as it were. So yeah, I gave this show, despite the things that didn't work for me, brother, in the show, it was decent. It was decent. There was things that you could have taken completely out of here. But overall, it was a good show, despite being weak at a few spots. That's it, gang. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Did you watch SmackDown this week? If you haven't yet, subscribe for more videos. We go live every Monday night, 8:35 Eastern with Wrestling with Horror. Monday Nitro, Tuesday Night TerrorVision, and Thursday Tales from the Crypt commentaries, videos, reviews of Dynamite, Raw, SmackDown, and so much more, gang. You can join us on Patreon. Become a Brainbuster. $2 a month gets you on that tier. $2.99, $4.99 channel memberships here on YouTube. And if you don't want to, just subscribe. It's free. It always will be. I'm Etep from Wrestling with Horror. I will catch you on the next one.